to the next episode of I've Seen That Movie Before. My name's Kennon.
My name's Zach.
I'm Mark.
And today we are going to discuss Battle Royale versus Hunger Games.
We're just the first Hunger Game movie.
Oh, yeah.
Not the whole series.
And just the first Battle Royale movie. So just the first two. But you guys ready to reveal which one you guys like?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, on three. 1, 2, 3.
I just realized I spelled battle wrong.
I left the
I know. Damn it.
That was you spelled battle wrong too.
I left the E on. Jeez.
Kennon, were you the only one who
That was the only one that got it right. Yeah.
Wow.
And you wouldn't have unless I had brought it
We were
up.
off camera talking about how we were going to misspell it too. Man, that's hilarious.
God.
All right, it's whatever.
All right, so I'll go ahead and start off by saying what I liked, which movie I liked. For me, it was a no-brainer, Battle Royale. I just felt like the whole time Hunger Games was trying to be Battle Royale, and it just took forever to actually get to the killing. You know,
An hour and 9 minutes in a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah. But what I did like about Battle Royale is the fact that I actually cared for the characters more in Battle Royale. And the action moves so fast. Like, there was never a point where I got really bored with it. Well, maybe one point.
Maybe a few points, but
There were one or two.
But they were over pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
it didn't really drag on, which I felt like Hunger Games dragged on. And then, of course, just the way Battle Royale was shot. I mean, like, you know, Hunger Games they used CGI a lot, and it kind of showed.
Right.
Battle Royale, man, I guess because of its time, you know, the guy decided not to use it. I'm trying to remember the director's name. I can't.
It was the same guy who was the school teacher.
Yeah, because he's always in his films. He's just a wicked talented dude.
yeah.
But with that being said, I felt like, you know, he used more practical effects, except for the blood. I did notice that was CGI a little bit, but like it did
in certain spots.
In certain
But
spots,
I'll
but it
take
didn't
that
really.
over
Yeah,
Hunger Games,
it didn't really distract me too much.
Take
I
that
still
over
was
those
in the story.
ugly ass dog things from the end of Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
if you actually read the book in the Hunger Games, like, it was a lot better. Because the Hunger Games is one of the only books I have read that I've seen the movie as well. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Zach, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the biggest main part was that I cared so much about the characters, like all the side characters too. Like
Right.
in Hunger Games, sort of like the other side character was the little black girl with the curly hair. I don't
Rue.
I don't know if she was a bigger part in the book than in the movie.
Nah, she
but
played about the same part.
I remember so many people getting upset when she would die, and I was like, I don't know this person. I think she was in like 2 scenes before they got there, and like 2 scenes when they were actually in the battle where she was important,
No
and then she
development.
died. It's
Yeah,
like
no
I don't
development.
care who this person
Well,
is.
to their defense, the book, I mean, like, as far as their relationship in the book, like, it was the same. Like, I think there was just a point where her, Katniss, and Rue just kind of stuck together and tried to take things out. And then she died the same way in the book.
Yeah.
But, like, the book was the same way. They didn't really build up that character to where when she died, you kind of cared. Like, I really didn't care that Rue died, to be honest.
Right.
Horrible as that is to say, I guess.
I didn't care
You
either.
know.
But like even with the side characters, like ones that are in the movie for like one scene before they die, you care so much about most of them.
Yeah.
Just to see how everyone reacts differently to that being thrown into that scenario is really like telling of the overall human experience. I think where some people are going to go crazy, some people are going to, you know, not want to do it at all, with a couple people who commit suicide. There are going to be people who are going to do it in self-defense. It was just a much better
broader
overall,
spectrum of, like, the human
broader
emotion.
spectrum of all these different characters. You had the psycho chick, you had the guy who just did it for fun, the crazy, your girlfriend's favorite character, the psycho crazy anime man.
Oh, the red
yeah,
hair guy.
yeah.
Real quick information. We all watch these movies, but this is the first one of the series so far that we all sat down and watched together at one time, because we were worried he wouldn't finish it.
I have to be honest. I have to agree with him. I was really worried.
He has a problem with foreign films.
Yeah, I do, man. I mean, I just don't like having to look at what's going on and also reading, you know, what's going on. Like, it's a waste of my time. But whatever. Go ahead, finish.
I would say that I like the story of Battle Royale a lot more. It flowed a lot more. It was in spots. It was funnier. Like the video intro that they explain the rules with like the crazy Japanese pop.
Yeah, that was dope.
Well,
I
Hunger
really
Games
liked
kind
that.
of tried to do the
They
same
did
thing,
that,
but it
but
just didn't
it was
work.
Fell
more-
short a little bit.
It
Yeah.
felt
when they did
better in Battle Royale because it was kind of more humorous, especially when the teacher was talking back to the video.
yeah.
He's like trying to get them to be excited about this. Just,
Right.
so good.
All right, so
Mark?
yep.
Well, I like two things about Battle Royale. One was the fact that they all got their own little weapons,
Like personalized.
Yeah, like
well,
soon
not
as they
personalized, but they were different.
Right. They gave them like a little survival bag, and in that survival bag was a weapon. So I really, really liked that. So it was like that randomness factor that I really liked. And also, I like just the story. Like you said, to expound on your point, you were invested in certain characters, even the side characters. I really like to see how their story unfolded too. But because a couple of them betrayed each other. Like I know it was like, it was one group that was trying to create a plan to get out of there.
You mean the girls in the lighthouse?
Yeah, right. That's what it was.
And
The lighthouse.
Well, not only them, but then the three boys.
They
also
were
connected.
close too.
Yeah,
they were closer.
did.
Like they
if
almost
that
figured
one
it out.
kid didn't come
Yeah.
and screw everything up, they would have been good.
Man, my heart was broken when that scene happened. Man, I was
And
so
that's the difference
sad.
between the two scenes is that the girls undid themselves.
Yeah,
the
right,
guys got undid
right, by
other
somebody
outside
else, right?
force.
But the girl was just she put poison in there because that was her weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
And then everybody dies, and then when the last girl died, she was like, "You idiots! We could have made it." And I was like, "Yeah." But that's what I liked about Battle Royale. What I didn't like about Hunger Games, I really liked the movie Hunger Games. I just like Battle Royale better, just because it felt more natural. But with Hunger Games, what didn't I like about it?
It was just slow.
Yeah, it took a long
it took
time to get
forever.
to the meat and potatoes of the actual story. So I do agree with that. That really kind of got on my nerves a little bit. And I don't know, sometimes it was just a little bit over dramatic, but I think I'm just nitpicking now, so.
I will agree. Maybe it was because, again, I haven't read the book Hunger Games. I think the marketing and the way it was sold was they influenced the battle part so much. And when it takes so long to get into it, you feel like it's killing time. Maybe if
Right.
they had marketed it a little bit differently and made it about the battle, but a little bit more about the world too, I guess. Because one thing I did find that was a little interesting difference was that in Battle Royale, they just dropped the people in there, which I thought was interesting. But I also kind of a little bit liked that in Hunger Games, they had this prim and proper, they had the training, but they also put them in nice hotels. It kind of reminded me of those old sacrifices where the natives would put flowers and stuff on the the virgin before they throw her off the cliff. It's sort of like that weird we're gonna treat you a little bit better before
you
we do something
meet your
horrible
doom.
to you. That was interesting. I liked certain actors in it. I thought Jennifer Lawrence did a pretty good job. Their mentor, not the crazy Elizabeth Banks character, but
You're talking about God, I can't think of that guy's
blonde
name.
hair guy. I kind of liked him. He
Woody Harrelson.
at first that was a character I hated so much when they were on the train together, but I kind of grew
To like him.
on a little bit more
Yeah.
because he kind of had that more. You kind of got to see more of his sympathetic side as it went on. He was a former survivor, right?
Yeah,
It was a method
Yeah,
to
he
his
was, he was a
definitely.
winner.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. Both movies have a former winner inserted into the plot at some
Yeah.
point or other. And the action in Hunger Games, when it was actually actiony, was fairly good.
Yeah, it was pretty
I liked.
I liked
I think
it.
my
It was
favorite
far and
part.
few between,
Yeah, I think my
Yeah.
favorite part was the bee scene where she dropped the beehive.
Oh, yeah. I like that scene a lot, too,
That
though.
was, and then just the one girl got stung to death. It was just
know.
oh, they beat. It looked like
What a way
somebody
to
beat
go.
the shit out
Yeah,
of her
what a way to
after
go.
It was done.
Jeez.
But yeah, I mean, maybe if I had read the book before, or if I had seen, I've never seen any of the other Hunger Games movies. Maybe it would flow a little bit better had I seen the rest of it. Maybe, or it would have felt like a better link in a chain.
You know, I'm gonna answer that
but,
question for you. I get what you're saying with you felt like it probably would have been better if you watched the other two because maybe you would have understood it more. I'm probably gonna disagree with that because the second Hunger Games was just kind of the same thing as the first Hunger Games, which
Yeah.
I really hated.
Right.
Because then they took all the winners of the previous Hunger
Yeah,
Games
just
and
put
threw
them
them
right
back in.
there, yeah.
You know, which was stupid because the whole story eventually in the third book becomes about rebellion, and they broke that up into two parts. And
Well, for the movies they did.
they did, but if that's where they were going, they could have gotten there a lot quicker.
You're right,
You
right,
know,
right,
and
right.
and
Took too
and-
long.
yeah, and it felt like it wasn't warranted. Like it didn't feel like the story needed for them to go back and do the second game for the rebellion to start. Like you could have
went right into it.
You could have, or not even right into it, but you could have gone a different route. But that was what made the book so popular. So I felt like she did it again
to kind of
I
make
guess.
money.
But I'm sorry, I cut some of your time off.
No, I'm fine. I'm pretty much. One thing that I did think was interesting, now that I think about it, was that, again, not talking about characters that we didn't care about. Like when Rue died, her village cared that Rue died because they were rioting.
Because they were written into the story to care about.
I know, but that made it so weird to see. It's like, for me as an audience member, it's like, why are you getting so upset over somebody that just not developed at all? That's all I gotta say.
Well, for me, God, there's so much I could say that I didn't like about Hunger Games. Because there really is.
Time, dude.
There really is, because the thing is, I've said it once before. I don't think we said it on tape yet, but like Hunger Games felt like it was trying to be Battle Royale, and the story moved incredibly slow. I didn't care for the characters in Hunger Games, and it was the violence, which was supposed to be the thing that it was about. How barbaric that the higher level of society in Hunger Games. They lived in all this lush glory and stuff like that, and then you get to District 12, and District 12 is just as worse conditions as you can get. They could have really turned up the violence in that to show the difference between the two, and the fact that it was supposed to be a game, and to them it wasn't a game, it was survival for them, because they even had like half the characters were like professional game players or something like that. But I mean, they were like they had been training for years, supposedly, in the book.
They were prepared for it.
Yeah, they were both mentally and physically prepared for it. But it's I didn't care for the characters in Hunger Games. It took too long. I'm retreading the same ground here. That's all I have to say. Really, I think about that is that I just like Battle Royale more. I just cared about it more. I cared about the characters, and it had way more characters in it too. And he was able to get across. And they were all individual characters. Like no character was the same as the other, and he had over 50 characters in that movie.
I think it was
when you stop and think about it.
It was 40-something students
plus the teacher. Plus the other teacher that died on the bus.
And the dad.
Yeah, and the dad. I forgot about that. That was messed up.
Yeah, pulled his pants down.
It's
a Japanese thing, but it's weird.
It is.
Final thoughts, guys?
Well, I don't think we're there. We still got plenty of time.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we're only at the 12
I'm trying to
mark.
push us out the door. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's the next point?
Well, there is no point. We can do rebuttals at this, but I don't think we really have any rebuttals.
Yeah, like
to say.
I mean, the one thing I did.
We're just gonna trash Hunger Games at this point. Is that what we're gonna do?
No. I'll let you have a point. There's one thing that I felt was a little bit repetitive in Battle Royale. Was there's some of the love stuff was not necessarily.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah.
I liked the crush between the two main characters, and I did kind of like the one scene where the two girls were on the cliff, and the one girl's like, "Yeah, you should come over," because she's always had a crush. I like that, but then they did that same
Everybody
sort of
loved the main character.
They did that same sort of thing a couple other times where the guy with the GPS looked for the one girl because he had a secret crush on her, and then there was the girl in the yellow rain jacket that had a secret crush on him. The guy with the GPS thing is like. It was fine the first couple of times you did it, but I think you went to the well one too many times.
But in that movie's defense, that's middle school.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
In that movie's defense, because those characters were young, and you felt like that's such a horrible experience for them to go through.
Right.
And I mean, like they didn't even shy away from the violence. Like when in the very first scene. When he tries to get that girl to shut up because she wouldn't shut up through the night, and just you see it stick right out of her head.
It was intense.
Yeah, it was a very intense movie.
But I like that though. Like I like the fact that he was killing them, like because he wanted to set the tone that hey, it's not all cupcakes around here. You know what I mean?
And then he showed them about like how the bomb works by killing another kid.
That was dope.
You know,
like I really like that.
You really like you hate that character.
Personally, he didn't need to show him because they explained it, but he just wanted to kill that kid.
Yeah,
because that's the one who cut him in the butt. Earlier.
Oh yeah. Right.
Cut his butt.
Dang.
Yeah. All right.
Well, the only thing I did not like about Battle Royale was like every time somebody would die, they'd be like, "I love you so much. You're so cute." And it's like, is that really what you think about when you die? Like, really?
My
But
thought
that's
would have
all
been
I
like,
have.
this sucks, I'm dying.
Well, that's all I have for it, man.
Yeah, so final thoughts for you guys. Who wants to start that?
I'll start. I will say that Hunger Games as a whole is not a terrible movie. It's a popcorn movie where it's like a summer blockbuster where you just go because you want to go one weekend and you guys just want to go see a movie or something like that. In that response, it's harmless. I don't think it's destroying the memory of Battle Royale or anything like that I've seen some other critics lobby against it. I don't think it's that extreme. But Battle Royale is just an overall a better movie. It's got a lot better pacing, acting, directing. I love that there's classic music in there all over the place. I didn't quite understand the weird Japanese poetry things that were in there sometimes. But
I think that's a cultural difference.
it is. Apparently that was in the original Japanese version of Milo and Otis too. The weird poetry thing in it. But that's it. I'd say overall Battle Royale is a better movie. I recommend Battle Royale a lot more than Hunger Games, but if you like Hunger Games, it's okay.
You want to go next, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have much to say except, I really, really did like Battle Royale way more than Hunger Games just because of the story itself. Like you said, like it just was so much more natural, so much more easy flowing than Hunger Games. But Hunger Games I see why it's a little bit more pleasing to the eye because they have a lot more bells and whistles and
Jennifer Lawrence.
And Jennifer Lawrence.
and marketing too. Like
that's true. That's true. Yeah,
they hyped that movie up, man.
Yeah.
They really did. Like, do you remember when it first came out and like it was like everywhere?
Yeah. Maybe that's why I was so disappointed by it because it was hyped up so much I was just disappointed in the end. Anything else?
Oh no, that's it, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
So my final thoughts are like I would recommend Battle Royale too, unless you have a queasy stomach. Even then, I wouldn't. Like, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's just overall, I just feel like Hunger Games are trying to be Battle Royale, and I know I'm repeating myself at this time. Yeah, I know. That's keeping count.
That's on camera.
Yeah, it's on camera. I know. But yeah, overall, Battle Royale was just a lot better. So I would go with that, and that's my final thoughts.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Who wants to end it?
I'll end it. I'll cut this off. So thank you for watching. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Describe.
I was
That's
so
what you get for
hyped
making fun of him.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
At least I spelled my words right.
If there's any movies out there that you want us to give a look, you think that might be worthy of a review like this, let us know in the comment section. My name is Zach.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Kennon.
And this has been I've Seen That Movie Before, and we'll see you next time.